So you fought since our last talk. You had your fight in Cage Warriors in March. How did you feel about your performance?
I felt my performance was great. It was great. I didn't feel like going deep in the weight cut. So I fought at 145, and the guy that I fought, Jeremiah, man, he was very craft opponent. He fought like big shows, like Bellator and all the events. So I was very happy with the matchup, and I also knew that was gonna be a tough fight. I couldn't finish him in the third round. I was able to get a good, like like ground and pound, from mount. I thought I'm gonna, I'm working a little hard in the ground and pound now because I felt really good during the fight. But I thought the result was right. I think, if I'm not wrong, they give a split, but I thought that I dominated him every round. I know, but for me it was good. It was good for me to know that I can still hang at a higher weight class if I wanted to.
Were you nervous at all when they went to it and it was at the end of the fight and they were reading it and it was a split decision?
No, I wasn't nervous. I definitely felt I had done enough. Yeah, yeah.
So you said you felt good not having to cut the extra weight. I know that your previous fight before that was at 35. We talked about that. Was
Yeah.
fighting at 145 something that kind of came together pretty fast, or was that the goal from the beginning of when
Yeah,
you were talking with
yeah,
them?
yeah. No. It was the goal from the beginning. I just wanna like I feel like I've been doing this for a while now. I say, man, I know my body very well, and I know like I can fight certain guys at the higher weight. So, but then I felt like Jeremiah, if the fight was at 135, I was and then it would be the similar style of opponent. I was gonna be able to finish him now much faster, and that's why I felt like the weight does matter at the high level. So this fight I'm doing next. I'm gonna match cutting down to 135.
So you were rewarded for your efforts. You got the job done against Jeremiah, and Cage Warriors now has you on multiple fights. How excited were you when you got that news?
Yeah, man, I was actually very excited, man. Cage Warriors is a promotion that I know very well. They do a good job, like for me right now at this point, I'm trying to get the best fights. So I'm not looking to go anywhere else. So and then they're being here in San Diego in my hometown, it makes it easier for me. I also wanna, get to travel a little bit with them. My goal is to win this next fight in September. I'm scheduled to fight September 23rd. I don't have an opponent yet, but they are working on it. And then my goal is to fight in December in London. They have a show. I haven't talked to them about it, but just if I win, I'm gonna make a case at 135. I want to fight their guys over there. It'll be cool to just kind of like go out there and see what's up because I fought at 135 10 years ago there, so it'll be cool, to go back there.
How do you think the promotion has changed? I mean, obviously they've been through a lot since you were there last, and now you're here several years later. So what sort of changes have you noticed?
I feel like, man, like they're pretty loyal with their crew. Like the same guys. They worked for them back in the day. They're still them, so they all grow together. I was very happy to see a promotion doing so well, like they're doing. They're getting like deals, like fight pass deals, and they're getting like some big name sponsors. So they're doing good, man. They're doing good. The guy Graham Boylan, if I'm not mistaken his last
Yeah, that's
name,
it.
but he's a great I know he's a great like event owner, man. He's a great, like like CEO of the company. He does his job is very well. He's a president, so he's matchmaker. Ian Dean is a very good guy as well. So they have a good team behind them, and they're doing well. So and I think they're only going to grow, especially right here in America now.
I know I asked you our last interview about the special rules fight with Demetrius Johnson being in it. That has since happened. Did you get a chance to see it? What did you think of it? And do you think that we'll see more fights like that in the future?
To be quite honest, I did not watch the fight. I'm actually always wanted to watch, but then I guess the time difference was kind of like throwing me off a little bit. But I will like this. I wanted to watch and never watch, but I did got the play by play when I was reading. that was pretty much how I expected the fight to go. Demetrius Jones has amazing footwork, and he's so smart in the game. So I'm pretty sure him and his team studied the guy real well. So he survived the first round, and when it went to his round, he just, he didn't. He the good thing that he didn't get hurt in the first round, and then he did not burn his legs or anything. He was able to, turn him. I mean, take him down and just put him away.
So
And
we're in August.
I don't think that, yeah, I don't think the guys like, I don't think they're gonna do that again. Like if they do it, there'll be a higher level, like because they MMA, and that that to show that the guy Rotang is, he's an amazing fighter, and he has balls to do it too. Because a lot of guys won't go to MMA cage, and he did it. So he not only he did it, but against Demetrius Johnson, so he's very savage. I think that also with him, if he go against all the MMA fighters, I think he'll going to do really well, because he literally fought the best of the best in the division. It's hard to say.
We're in August right now. You're booked in September. I know there's a lot that has to be finalized, as you mentioned earlier. But as far as getting ready, what have you been doing and what's been going well?
Yeah, man, I'm actually, just like, here we just had, the UFC here in San Diego, and then my teammate Dominic Cruz and my former teammate, but we still train together. Angela Hill, they were on the card, and I was able to, to help them, just being in camp with them. It was nice, and then it was very exciting, motivated us, for coming fights, and that's pretty much it, man. Just enjoy the summer here in San Diego, and then I'm always training twice a day, 3 times a day. So I'm just staying shape. Nowadays I'm not like thinking so much about just camp. I'm thinking about just constantly evolving, being in the gym. So then when the fight comes, we'll just turn it up the notch a little bit as the fight gets close.
Being in the gym, another thing you said helped you a lot. Is it still as helpful as it was the last time we talked?
Yes, of course, man. I'm constantly evolving, and I'm always feeling I'm in decent shape. Like come when then like I'm trying like not to get myself burned out, so I train twice a day. Some days I go hard, some days I go super hard, some days I go easy. Then when you get now, we're going to like 5 weeks to the fight now, so I can start turning it up. Now even I don't have opponent, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna work hard to get me one. So I'm going to start turning up preparation now.
What are you, if you're able to get to London again, what are you excited about seeing once you get over there and doing separately from the fight?
Man, I was actually just there in London, my girlfriend, they had the wedding, her family had a wedding there, her cousin. So we got to go there. London is a beautiful city. They got me even more excited to fight there, because I have some friends there now, I have some friends there. Like, just go there and fight there. Because I know that the British side, there's a lot of good fighters and a lot of good 35s as well. Every country has your own style, they're good strikers, like so. I like to know when you're fighting. I fought in a lot of different countries already, and I got to like see see this their style, so the British style is very exciting. So I'm just I'm just enjoying. For me to get a fight there, it just for me just more like, yeah, I just like test myself. It'll be a good test, to go. I'm no stranger to fighting somebody's backyard. So I like that as well.
Well, you're gonna have presumably the home crowd support in San Diego. How exciting is that?
Yes, man, that's very exciting. That's always exciting. And then for me, it's just like it's just cool, man. I got to like do the whole fight week, but going home to my own bed and everything, hanging out, my house, girlfriend, dogs, and everything, all that. So it's like really cool. And then just, and then got to like focus on the fight, and then we don't have to travel anywhere. Everything's easy, especially related to the weight cut and everything. It just makes everything easy.
If is there any specific skill that maybe you've been focused on since your last fight, or anything you have done differently that you're wanting to work on, maybe adding something new to your game or refining something else?
I mean, I'm like focusing on always focus on my condition, especially as we get older. Make sure I can still like hang, with those guys wherever I fight. So I do a lot of condition, I train at the WAC method in San Diego. They're very like kind of like a functional, different workout. And I'm gonna keep doing my running, and then I'm like going back to jiu-jitsu now. I'm competing more jiu-jitsu than I was before. So I feel that my jiu-jitsu for competition is getting a little bit better, as I back to the tournaments now. And as far as it comes to the strike and everything, I just try to, feel more comfortable, So I'm just doing the same thing I'm always done, but now the good thing, I have some experience, with my strike, and I feel much more comfortable, and I feel that I'm evolving a lot more now.
Is 125 pounds a thing of the past for you officially?
Yeah, man, I know that it's definitely possible, but the thing is, for example, if I get a call from one FC or from a great deal, I'll make 125, But unfortunately, I'll have to change my lifestyle as far as my diet goes. So then I'll have it just has to be worth it, like, for even though like I can fight 35, 45, like I know, like, like for me, it just has to be like, excited because I'll have to change, So financially speaking, they're gonna take me some money to get down, nutritionists and everything. So if I'm getting a good offer, for that, and that's definitely possible. Yeah, I made that weight for pretty much like 10 years, so I know how to do it.
With your name value being what it is, and your experience, I got to ask you this: given that you're back in Cage Warriors, 135 pounds, what do you think of the guy at the top of the division right now? Dominic Wooding is a guy that a lot of people have been saying he should be in the UFC right now. How
What
would you?
what is his name?
His name's Dominic Wooding.
Dominic Wooden. He's undefeated? No, like, what is his record? I see like a blonde kid from UK doing really, really good at 135, but I did not know that he's the champion.
No, it's not him. Wooding's got a few losses, but people were trying to
And
get him on.
he's the champion 135? No.
No, Wooding is the champ at 135. I was just going to ask you how you thought you matched up against him. I guess I could ask you
Oh,
in general.
I actually have no idea who he is. I'm gonna actually look him up tonight because I wanna, like, my goal is, like, man, for me just exciting, for me, like I say, I've been my last fight was 145, and then 10 years ago I fought 135, So then I feel like wherever they give him next, like I'll be at 135, and then like I would like to like test myself against those guys over there, So if I win these guys, based on my resume, I think it'll be a good matchup, I gotta like look him up. He's more like a striker, grappler. What do you
I've
do?
seen a couple of his fights. He has a pretty versatile skill set. He seems to adjust well to whoever he's fighting, which I think is what a lot of people like about him. I think that he's close, but there's a couple more tests that, I mean, he does have a fight coming up in October. I would like to see a
Okay.
couple more out of him before he wins
Oh,
the big
that's
show.
good. Yeah. Yeah, man, that would be good, man. Like if I win my fight September, he win his in December. December 31st might not be a bad idea. Yeah. I definitely want to shoot for December 31st because I ended the year event, I just got me excited. But I do know that I just have to I have to win this fight to make that, to make eligible to ask for such a fight.
I know it's still relatively early in the year to be talking about this, but do you have any idea what you want your 2023 timeframe to look like? I know you talked about the jiu-jitsu tournaments. You're going to want to start doing more of those, and also, maybe a couple of fights.
Yeah, man, same time doing this year, so I have 5 fights linked to with Cage Warriors. So I got my first one. No, so I'm actually going to my first fight now. Be my first out of 5 fights deal. So, just try to get like 3 fights next year. 3 fights is a good year for me, and then like mixed with jiu-jitsu. Normal, same old in San Diego, working my students and everything. Enjoy the lifestyle now. So it's pretty much it, man. If I get 3 fights, 3 fights next year, next year about 3 fights. So it feels like there's a pretty good amount to keep you busy, keep excited. There's not gonna be like too tiring either. I can mix that up with jiu-jitsu. That's pretty much it. 3 fights a deal. I mean, 3 fights a year. Feel good.
I appreciate you coming back on the show, man. That wraps up what I had for you for our second interview. Thanks a lot for everything with changing the schedule around it and still doing this. And it's been great having you on as always.
Man, no problem, man. Thanks for having me, man. And I'll come back in a couple months.
Absolutely. Good luck in the fight, my man.
I appreciate it. Take care. All right.